All right, so it just feels like the bad news keeps rolling in for Oklahoma on the injury front. Although Oklahoma also might have some good news in this as well. And that's what we're here to talk about today because Oklahoma and Texas is just 2 days away. So who's going to play and who's not? That is absolutely the most important thing for Oklahoma right now. And you guys want to hear about it. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. And we got to talk about Deion Burks because, well, that's kind of been the one player I think that everybody is going to watch closely under a magnifying glass to see, does he play or does he not play? Well, in the initial injury report, Deion Burks was just listed as questionable. And if you guys watched the show yesterday, I told you that's probably going to happen. Deion Burks will likely be listed as questionable all the way up until the game. You'll see him dress out. You'll see him warm up, but he's likely not going to play, right? You have a soft tissue injury, whatever that is, whether it's a bruise or, those take time to heal. And you don't want to put an injured guy out there. Hence what we saw with Nick Anderson. You re-aggravate something and then you're out even longer. So Deion Burks, reported by Pete Thamel, who is a college football senior writer for ESPN and insider for College Game Day, says sources are saying Oklahoma leading wide receiver Deion Burks is not expected to play against number 1 Texas this weekend. Burks is number 18 Oklahoma's top in receptions and yards, and he's been listed as questionable. So for Oklahoma, for anybody that has watched the show, you've been following it, you guys know the drill, right? We expected this. It's not like this should be any new news to you, and you know who needs to step up, right? We've talked about it. JJ Hester, who kind of had a really good game last game. You kind of saw some really good things out of him, things you want to see to contend him to build. And then Brendan Thompson. In the last game, we saw some great screen passes. You saw Thompson running some deep threat passes. You want to see more of that. Then you got to look at the younger guys. Jaquez Petaway. This is a guy that Michael Hawkins was throwing to all offseason, right? You need Petaway to step up and be the man. And then also, you want to potentially see more Zion Kearney. Now, I know a lot of people are thinking more Ivan Carrion. You've got KJ Daniels. Obviously, Zion Ragens has lost his red shirt, so he's going to be playing a role. But Ivan Carrion, from what I'm told, is just he's not there physically yet, so he's probably going to get a red shirt. Zion Kearney, though, is a guy that I would end up liking to see. We've seen him out there a couple of times. I wouldn't think it would hurt. The only other one that I could potentially see maybe getting moved from out to questionable is Andre Anthony, right? If he is fully ready to go, if he feels comfortable, maybe Brent Venables moves him from he's out to, hey, he's questionable now. So we'll have to keep an eye on that for Oklahoma. Anything is possible when it comes to these injury reports, but I'm actually going to share the injury report from here, and we're going to talk about the potential good news in the injury report, right? Obviously, we can talk about the bad news all day long because you got Gibson, Farouk, Anderson, Anthony, Williams, Dolby, Hatchett. They're all out. But the good news is, do you guys see who's not on this injury report? Jump in comments below and let me know if you guys know who's not on this injury report. That's right, Taylor Tatum. And Taylor Tatum has, next to Javonte Barnes, literally been the best back for Oklahoma. 18 carries, 116 total yards. Like, you're looking at Javonte Barnes as your 1A, and Taylor Tatum's your second best running back. He's 2B or 2A, whatever you want to call him, 1A, 1B. If Taylor Tatum is truly healthy and he's able to play in this game, this is a difference maker because we've talked about how Oklahoma needs to open up the running game against Texas. You really need to be able to establish some dominance there, control the time of possession, and Taylor Tatum can help you do that. And also, Taylor Tatum is a threat in the passing game in the backfield as well. So here's what I'm thinking, right? You're probably going to need to run a bunch of 2-back sets with Javonte Barnes and Taylor Tatum. I think you need both of those guys out there for your running game to be successful. You need to keep Texas on their toes. And also, maybe you can put 2-back sets out there, use them as additional blockers for Hawkins, and maybe the defense is expecting more of a run at that point, and then maybe you can hit a J.J. Hester or a Brendan Thompson for a deep ball. Now, you see Cade McKinstry, tight end, as questionable on this list. Not sure what that is for, but I would imagine Cade McKinstry is going to be ready to go in this game. And I think you need to see some exceptional tight end play from your tight ends this week. Now, a lot of people just have belief Bauer Sharp looks more of like a wide receiver than a tight end. So maybe you can put Bauer Sharp to more of a wide receiver role and move Cade McKinstry into more of that tight end blocking role. Maybe that's a possibility. But Jake Roberts, I feel like outside of the penalties, I feel like Jake Roberts has been pretty good this season, especially for what you were getting out of the transfer portal. So you need the tight ends to play really, really well this weekend for Oklahoma to be successful. But I look at Taylor Tatum not being on the injury report as a huge win, a huge plus for Oklahoma. Like, you needed that guy. He is explosive out of the backfield. He has top-notch speed. Like, that is going to be Oklahoma's future at the running back position. And pair it up with Javonte Barnes, who is a really good running back. Guys, Oklahoma, I think this could be the week they have a 100-yard rusher that is not a quarterback. All right, had to get a little bit of drink of water there. So jump in the comments below and give me your thoughts. Do you think one of these guys can be a 100-yard running back for Oklahoma? And then, like I said, looking at some of the guys that are out, obviously we heard the news that Andrel Anthony had a second procedure, right? To maybe clean something up or whatever that looks like. If Andrel Anthony is maybe feeling great, ready to go this week, maybe Brent Venables moves him from out to questionable. Remember, on Friday, he's still going to release another injury report. This initial one could literally just be total bogus, hence why you see Deion Burks is questionable when Deion Burks probably needs to be out. So we'll just have to keep an eye on it there. And regardless, if you're Oklahoma this week, you're looking at multiple players to be able to step up for some of these guys that are out. So, like I said, jump in the comments below. Let me know. Do you guys think Taylor Tatum or Javonte Barnes can rush for over 100 yards? I also ran a community poll. Asked you guys, do you think Michael Hawkins can throw for 250 or more yards, or do you think he'll throw for under 250 yards? So go find that poll, go vote for it, or jump in the comments below. Let me know what you think. And then lastly, but not least, which wide receiver is going to have the biggest impact for Oklahoma this week? Will it be a J.J. Hester? Will it be a Brennan Thompson? Or a Jacquez Petaway, a Jacoby Johnson, right? Who is going to step up and be the best wide receiver for Oklahoma this week? All right, if you guys have made it this far and you guys have not already, make sure you guys hit that like. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Remember, we're bringing you guys lots of content throughout the football season. We're bringing you guys lots of recruiting content. Well, when recruiting decides to pick back up again, because as Oklahoma likes to do, they like to secure their classes a little early and make it harder for guys like me to report on recruiting, because all you can really put out there is a recruiting list, and then 2026 guys who a lot of people really just don't care about at the moment. So, yeah. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys hit that like, hit the subscribe button, join the discussion, jump in the comments below, give me your thoughts, and until next time, Boomer.